What is going on, my beautiful people? Today we are going to be taking a look at the Pukipuppy Corgi. I can't even say that without smiling because that is such a funny name. Pukipuppy Corgi? Try saying that 10 times. Anywho, let's see what we got here. This is going to be a full suspension fat tire step-through e-bike, and just from looking at it, it looks pretty high quality. This looks higher quality than the other step-through bikes I've had on the channel, which is also going to be represented in the price point of $12.99. But if you guys are interested, I have a $50 discount code in the description. But before you do anything, we have to go over the specs of this bike and take it for a test ride to see if it's any good. And before we do that, we gotta jump to the unboxing. Alright, let's open this thing up and see what this puppy looks like. Get it? Puppy? I'm not even a dad yet. I'm a huge lover of dad jokes. Put some muscle into it. It's one of these boxes where they use glue in their packaging, so pulling this up is not gonna work. I'm gonna cut it. Alright guys, let's see what this thing looks like. Wow, there's a lot going on in this box. Let's take a look at the packaging. Okay, there's a ton of foam and cardboard, so this bike looks pretty protected. The frame is wrapped up nicely. There's gonna be no scratches on the frame probably. The only thing exposed is this little part right here, but it looks fine. Looks like we got some goodies in here. Let's start with this one. What is this? No, is this a bike cover? What? They gave us a bike cover. That is so dope. Oh my gosh. Guys, no company has ever given me a bike cover before. This is amazing. So Pukipuppy, great job on that. That is amazing. Okay, let's see what else they gave us. Okay, this box right here says accessories. Take me. I gladly will take you. Looks like we got a set of tools, our e-bike manual, some spare bolts. Oh, that's nice. They gave us some brake pads, some spare brake pads. Very nice of them. A pump. Oh man, it's always hilarious when companies give us this type of pump. If you're in the comments and you use this to actually inflate your bike, let me know, because this would take forever to pump up a fat tire. We got our headlight. Ooh, a nice 2-bulb headlight. Our pedals, some wrenches, some wire management stuff, zip ties, and this is probably our charger. So this will charge our battery all the way up to 54.6 volts, and it is a 2 amp charger. Our battery pack in there is going to be a 48 volt 20 amp hour pack. So if you divide 20 amp hours by 2 amps coming from the charger, you get 10. That means it'll take about 10 hours to charge this battery up from 0 to full. So now the next thing we got to do is get to the battery so we can get it charging while we work on the bike. We already see the keys are right here. So we got the keys. Now let's cut through all these zip ties and get to that battery. Ooh, that is such a pretty red. That's like a candy apple red. And there's a cool design on it too. Kind of reminds me of tribal tattoos. Looks pretty cool. I like it. But this red, man, this red is just sexy. Come on, something's getting, oh snap. This is a nice sized battery. Like I said earlier, 48 volts, 20 amp hours, 960 watt hours. So I'm gonna get this battery charging and get working on this bike. In terms of assemblies, it seems very standard. All we gotta do is put on the front wheel, the handlebars, the pedals, and slide in the seat post. I really like that the rack is already on there. It makes my life a lot easier. Sometimes these can be a pain to put on, so I'm definitely happy about this. I completely missed another box. Looks like there's something back here too. I wonder what this could be. Oh, more accessories? That is awesome. We got a water bottle holder, a cable lock, Wow, this bike comes with a lot of stuff. Mirrors? This thing comes with mirrors too? A phone holder. That is really cool. I love it when bikes come with phone holders. Man, Pukipuppy is really throwing in some value with all the accessories. That is super nice of them. Alright, so now I'm going to start working on everything and I'll see you guys back at the review. Alright y'all, welcome back. Let's quickly go over the specs so then we can go take this thing out on the road. Starting with our braking system, we are running 180mm rotors paired with Logan hydraulic brakes. I've tested these out in the past and they have felt pretty good, but stay tuned because we are going to be doing a brake test later. The tires that we're going to be running are 20x4" fat tires, which are going to be great to help us absorb bumps on the road. Above our tires, we're going to have plastic fenders, and we do have this in the rear as well. And above that, we're going to have a 2-bulb headlight. This is what the headlight looks like in my garage without any lights on. And as you can see, it looks actually really bright. I wish it was a little bit more spread out because it is pretty pinpointed, but I will say it is very bright. You won't have any trouble seeing the road at all. Both the fender and the light is going to be attached to our adjustable suspension fork. You can lock the forks out, and there's another knob right here for the preload, but I don't really feel any difference when I twist the knob. I'm not sure if that actually does anything, but you can actually lock it out. Looks like we're getting about 2 inches of travel. It feels really good. And coming up top, we do have some tall BMX style handlebars. They look very nice in my opinion and kind of make the bike look sporty. On the handlebars, we're going to have some rubber grips, and they're the locking type so they don't move around on you. They feel really nice in the hands. We got a hydraulic brake lever right here. Feels really good when you squeeze it. Feels like you're just hitting a wall, which is the way it should be. You don't want none of that squishy stuff. This is going to be our keypad to turn on the bike, change pedal assist numbers, turn on the light, and down here's our horn. It's not the loudest horn I've heard, but you'll get the attention of pedestrians and other cyclists, but probably not cars. Coming to the middle, we do have a nice color display. It might be hard to see in the camera. The sun is shining on us and the numbers are still visible. It shows our miles per hour, our pedal assist modes, and it gives us our odometer. I'm going to move this to the shade so we can see the display easier. What's interesting is that it doesn't give us battery bars. These might be it. I think it shows us 0 to 6. So that might be the battery bar. Coming over to the left side, we have our standard 7-speed Shimano shifter, which most of the time on e-bikes I don't use. This bike seems like it's going to be built for those that actually enjoy pedaling. So you might actually take advantage of the shifting capabilities. And right next to the shifter, we're going to have our thumb throttle. A lot of people like thumb throttles. They're cool. I usually like half twists, but thumb throttles are nice too. And if they are, you probably got to do some thumb exercises. Coming over to the center of the frame, it is going to be housing our battery. And the key slot here is just to remove the battery. It's not your ignition. In order to turn on the bike, you just press that power button on the switch. The battery that we're running in here is going to be a 48 volt 20 amp hour pack. The listing on the website says we can get 80 miles of range, and maybe that's possible on pedal assist level 1 with a super small rider. With 20 amp hours and throttle only, I feel like you're most likely going to get 30-ish miles. On top of the center frame, there's going to be 2 bolts. Looks like you're going to be able to mount a water bottle here. And coming to the middle, we are going to have a monoshock. Now it's this bad boy that's going to be setting this bike apart from others, because usually with step-through bikes like this, they are going to be rigid in the rear and have front suspension. But this Pukipuppy has dual suspension, and that's going to make our ride super comfortable. Oh yeah, that's really going to help us absorb some bumps on the road. Probably even off-road too. If we move up, you see that we have a fairly wide saddle. This thing feels like it's gel in here. And I'm not gonna lie, this seat looks like the type of seat you would buy aftermarket to upgrade your stock seat. Yes, it is that nice. And I guess the brand is called DDK. Honestly, for a bike this style, usually I see it has a slimmer seat, but this is actually surprisingly pretty wide. I'm 5'6", and this is what it looks like when I'm sitting on the bike. The seat is currently at its lowest position, so you can see that I am on my tippy toes. I do wish that the seat goes down a little bit lower, especially because they advertised this bike to be able to fit riders from 5 feet to 6'2". Now, someone that is shorter than me can ride this bike because of the step-through capabilities. It's going to be much easier to dismount and mount the bike. And if you are shorter, you can always do the one-legged lean. If I do the one-legged lean, I can put my feet fully flat on the ground. Below our seat, we have a rack, And attached to that is gonna be our tail light that lights up when you hit the brakes. This is what the tail light looks like in my garage without any lights on. And this is the brake light. Seems pretty bright to me. Coming down to the bottom, we have our derailleur, our 7-speed freewheel, and a motor that peaks at 960 watts. The website doesn't specify what the continuous rating is, so I'm gonna assume that this is a 750 watt motor that peaks at 960. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for the specs. Let's take this thing out on the road and see how it really performs. Alright guys, we're outside in the Pukipuppy Corgi. I know you guys can't see it, but it still makes me smile when I say the name. And we are currently on pedal assist level 1. And it seems like the thumb throttle gives us access to probably 20 miles per hour. There's no cutoff with the pedal assist levels and the throttle. Let me do a top speed test real quick on the thumb throttle. Yeah, we're getting 20 miles per hour. And then you can feel it cut off power. I forgot to install the phone holder, so I'm just gonna hold the phone right now. Let's do another top speed run right now. Okay, display shows 20 miles per hour, and phone GPS shows 20. So let's see what pedal assist level 1 does when we're pedaling. We are getting about 9 miles per hour. I gotta shift gears. Let's go to the highest gear level so I can feel some resistance. Level 2 is taking us to 13 miles per hour. Level 3. We're getting 18 miles per hour. Level 4. Okay, my legs are moving super fast now. We're getting 23 miles per hour. Level 5. Come on, come on. 27 miles per hour. Oh man, you can feel resistance at level 5. But you gotta be pedaling really fast. No matter how hard you pedal, it will go up to that set speed for each level. So I could be barely putting any force to the cranks and the bike will still pick up speed. So I'm just slowly moving my legs. But we are getting 25. We're picking up speed 26. 27 miles per hour. Almost 28. I know torque sensors are supposed to be higher tech and people like them more, but I tend to prefer cadence sensors, especially on a bike like this where our thumb throttle is capped to 20 miles per hour. If I want higher speeds, I don't want to have to put force down into the cranks. I'm just gonna gently move my legs and pick up speed. Okay, I'm gonna go back to pedal assist level 1 and then go to the throttle. I want to see how it feels like from a stop if we just use throttle only. Okay, the torque from a standstill isn't that amazing. It pulls really smoothly, but it's not gonna throw you off your seat. It is smooth though, I'll give it that. There is a higher curve to the power after 12 miles per hour. Okay, at a standstill, how is the pedal assist? Okay, we're gonna go to pedal assist level 5 and just pedal, no throttle. It took about half a rotation to kick on. Kind of interesting. I feel like the cadence sensor produces more torque than the thumb throttle. Man, it really does pick up power after 12 miles per hour though. That's a huge difference. I'm gonna pull over real quick because I want to increase the height of the seat. This way I can get a better pedal stroke. I get more extension of the legs. Okay, it's gonna be harder to plant my feet down on the ground, but my pedal stroke will be really nice. Oh yeah, much better. We're gonna head to the train tracks and test out our suspension. All right, we're currently at the train tracks. We've got a nice dirt path. It's nice, but it's bumpy, which is a really good test for off-roading. You know, I used to ride on the grass at the park to test the suspension, but I realized that when people go off-roading, they usually don't go off-roading to the grass. They usually go off-roading to the dirt, so it's better that I use this dirt path, right? Oh, I barely feel the bumps. The suspension is so good. Oh, we got a big bump coming up. The rear is springy, but it feels really good. On a rigid frame, you would just be relying on the fat tires. And sometimes you can get away with that. But on really big bumps, it hurts. On this bike though, man, it is buttery smooth. Let's check that front suspension. Having dual suspension is super nice. It usually comes on more expensive bikes, but to me it's worth it. If you ride on super smooth streets 100% of the time, you probably don't really need rear suspension, but where I live, there's a lot of potholes and bumps in the road, so having rear suspension is really nice. It's gonna be even more useful if you like going on trails and go off-roading. All right, enough of this selfie mode. Let's go to the mall and test out our brakes. Guys, I was right about the saddle. It performs like an aftermarket seat. Not only is it wide, but it just holds your butt so nicely. And it feels like gel inside. A lot of times with e-bikes, people always upgrade the seat. But this one, you won't have to upgrade it at all. It's just so good. The seat plus the dual suspension plus the fat tires makes this ride so smooth and good. Okay, we're doing another top speed test. We got a lot of open road right here. Oh, 29! We saw 29! Okay, riding with your phone in your hand is probably not a good idea, especially when you're going 28, 29 miles per hour. Okay, we're currently at the mall, and this is where we're gonna do our brake test. Okay, we'll use this Burgundy Scion TC to my left. Okay, here's the name of the game. I'm gonna ride at around 20 miles per hour, and when I get to this car right here and reach that line on the ground, I'm gonna hit the brakes and see how many spaces it takes to come to a complete stop. At 20 miles per hour, if we stop within 3 parking spaces, that's gonna be pretty good. If it's over 5 spaces at only 20 miles per hour, that probably means that we're gonna die and the brakes are really bad. So let's see how we do. Okay, here we go. Pukipuppy Corgi, brake test, let's go! All right, I'm maxing out the throttle and it's reaching 20 miles per hour. And brake. Okay, we stopped within 1, 2, 3 parking spaces and the rear tire is touching the line between 2 and 3. That was really good. I feel like we should try this again going a little faster at 25 miles per hour. Hopefully we stop in time so that I don't eat the curb. Okay, Pukipuppy Corgi brake test number 2, 25 miles per hour. Let's do it! The hard part is just holding it at 25. That's 25 right there. I think we slowed down to around maybe 24. It's really hard to hold that speed at exactly 25 when you don't have a throttle that can reach that speed. But we did stop within 1, 2, 3, going into the 4th line. That's still really good. All right, Puckipuppy, I'll give it to you. Those Logan brakes, the dual piston hydraulic brakes are really good. Good job. I feel really safe with these brakes. We're about to hit up the park, ride on the grass, and do some more tests in the suspension. And hopefully the grass will clean up the tires from all that dirt and dust of the railroad tracks. Let's see if we can go up this slope right here. Hey, we did it. There's another slope in front of us. Let's try that again. Let's do a small running start. Okay, here we go. Go, 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 go. Come on, come on. Yeah, we did it. Hey, that was pretty steep too. I'm pretty impressed. I think if we did not have a running start though, it would definitely struggle. Might not make it. All right guys, I'm gonna wrap up this video here. Let's go over our closing thoughts. If you're looking for a high quality step-through bike that is full suspension, then this might be the bike for you. It's super comfortable with the fat tires, the rear shock, and the wide seat. And it's gonna make commuting really nice and just buttery smooth. You're not gonna have to worry about bumps and dips in the road because this bike is gonna eat it all up. It looks really cool with the BMX bars, and you could have some utility out of it because of that rear rack. It is gonna be a solid bike to commute with. However, if you are a speed demon and you're looking for higher speeds, then you might wanna look elsewhere because you're gonna be topped out at 20 miles per hour with the throttle only. You can reach higher speeds if you pedal, but people that are usually looking for high speeds probably don't want to pedal that much. This is a step-through bike. You get this because you want comfort and you might be okay with pedaling. I'm sorry for the noise. They just started cutting grass at the park, so hopefully it's not too loud. This bike is gonna shine when it comes to your comfort levels. So yeah, just be aware of what you're purchasing if you are looking into this bike. It is super comfortable and it is an amazing ride. It's just not a super fast ride. It does feel pretty quick though if you use the pedal assist. So at the end of the day, if you prioritize comfort over speed, then you might like this bike. And if you are interested in it, please click that link in the description. It helps me out a ton at no cost to you. Plus, there's also that $50 discount code. It's a win-win situation, guys, so you might as well. If you guys made it this far into the video, I thank you very much. If you guys have any comments, leave them down below. Please give this video a thumbs up and a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!